What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Namaste and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm going to react to Ratan Tata and Sadhguru discussing what exactly is missing in India. This is a mind-blowing video. Imagine having Ratan Tata and Sadhguru in the same video, and talking about a lot of facts, that can uplift a lot of people in India. Let's check it out. Much love to you guys. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Let's go.
So you've seen the full spectrum of sort of market entry mechanisms. Do you want to reflect on that and say, how you might want to think about going overseas? When do you look at opportunities, and when do you bet the farm, the choices that are inherent there?
I think we all need to have a sense of pride in what we do. We should not go overseas if we are going to disgrace our image, both corporate image that we represent or the country's image. The good thing about going overseas, either through an acquisition or through yourself, is that it gives you the opportunity to compete in a more competitive marketplace. One may think, why would you want to be in the UK with a car company? To have access to technologies and things that you can actually reversely bring here is a great plus. And if you blur the issue of boundaries, color of skin, culture, and so on, and can merge this into one strong entity, then you've got to assume that over time, good things are going to most likely happen.
In pursuit of systemic excellence, does it curb individual genius somewhere? Because being so big on innovation, you need a spark of genius here and there. So,
that's true. Systemic
excellence definitely makes friction-free function, but at the same time it could become too sedate and there's no spark of genius. So how do you manage between this pursuit of excellence and efficiency versus individual genius?
I think innovation has to be the environment that you create around yourself. If I might mention companies, Apple was innovative when Steve Jobs first did it, but the board pushed him out because he was considered a failure and he was fired. And then the company brought him back as CEO when it was almost bankrupt some years later, and he built what today is probably the most valuable company in the world.
Facts.
And what he really did was he did everything different to what the book would say, but he created an environment very autocratically that opened innovativeness.
In a nation like this, where we are busy producing an underdeveloped population, and all that we have is population, nothing else in this country, unless we have an army of dedicated people on the ground who can educate and transform that situation, just trying to do something from the top, either from the government or even from a corporate sector, may not really take shape, because we have been in rural India working there. Today, in all other terms, if you go into the village today, there's electricity, there's a bore well, they have an internet kiosk, everybody has cell phones, but their nourishment value has gone down because they don't have the mentality to use their money to go and buy the necessary foodstuff. So to bring back that culture of nourishment, there's many ways it can be done. To bring back those vegetables, fruits into people's lives, we have taken steps. Now the next step we are planning is to start fish ponds in every village. Innovative ways of doing this has to happen, because this is a silent disaster which is just progressing and it'll overwhelm the nation at some point.
The worst thing you can do for the country is to give everybody a sense of dependability on an outside force, be it the government, be it a private party, be it a public-private partnership. You have to create sustainability that is self-generated. If we have to create an environment of innovation, maybe that innovation comes not necessarily just in the nutritive thing, but how to create prosperity that is sustainable in a community, to create prosperity in the village. Fisheries or fish ponds, or creating livelihood in terms of produce, etc. We're not addressing those issues adequately in the country. And many of them are, as you say, things that can easily be done. And if the nutritive value of what we eat has diminished over time, it's because we have allowed it to diminish, and we have not been innovative in terms of addressing this.
Is this beginning to perhaps influence the priorities of the trusts that you chair in any way, moving some of the grant making into some of these newer issues?
As a trust, or as a foundation, we have been helping communities in a variety of ways, or helping individuals in a variety of ways. But we have ignored the fact that what we're doing may not be sustainable.
Okay.
And if we want to take what we're giving to one NGO or one rural group and replicate it in another, you can't pull out, because when you pull out, that NGO collapses, that community collapses, then you've done something wrong.
You built a dependency.
You have created a complacency factor that money flow is going to come, be it from the government, be it from a trust, be it from a company. And the company or the trust has failed in not providing something that makes that community stronger, makes it more productive, gives it a sense of wanting to do something for itself, creates pride in what it stands for. And perhaps we have to change what we are doing to be idea givers rather than money givers.
Oh, that last point is like, that last point, it sums up everything. That last point, it sums up everything. We have to be idea givers, rather than money givers. This is, I think this is clear for everybody, because if you continue giving out money, I'm going to be using the money, and after it finishes, I want more money. But if you give people ideas, right, of how to do things, if you teach them, like they were talking about things back in the rural areas, how they have to be done, how you have to move and better themselves, have priorities and work them out so that even back there they can have things to do. Provide them with ways of, or basically provide them with means, right? And only getting that, it makes it just enriches and expands everything in the country. And it's one of the best moments, just seeing them both. And even seeing Sadhguru asking a question doesn't mean he doesn't know, but it's just great that he gives others chances to answer and chances to be out there and just put them in the basics, like it's some things that you wouldn't really think about it, but this is good. Teach people how to do things, teach people how to get stuff, not just to give them stuff. You have to teach them how to get it, give them the ideas, and that will completely help everything out. That last statement, it just summed up everything that they were explaining. And I talked about, if you're giving out something, you're giving out money to an NGO, and if you stop that, the NGO is going to collapse. The community that the NGO was working with, was helping, is going to collapse, and you have done something bad. it's going to be bad, because what you have to do is to give them ideas, help them grow, help them move from where they are, and help them to get the money, not to give them money. And at the end of the day, you will see that they will benefit and you will benefit, and the whole country will just raise up. That is those were some words of wisdom, and I really, really enjoyed that. Thank you guys for giving me this video. Much love to you. I mean, I really, really, really respect this, man. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.